It's a magnificent new milestone for the King of the Road Show HD, our 9th anniversary. And we're kicking off our 2-episode 9th anniversary celebration. Southeast Texas style. We'll unveil our new KOTR time machine and look in the rear view at 9 fabulous years. Also in this episode, country star Jeff Bates will be back in the Royal Spotlight.
King of the Road.
Thanks for watching this mile marker edition of the King of the Road Show HD. I'm Jim King of the Road. With this week's show, we're kicking off our 2-episode 9th anniversary celebration. What started as a dream, one camera and a computer back in July 2006 has grown into a full-fledged video production company and weekly entertainment extravaganza. Of course, we couldn't have achieved this magnificent milestone without all of our splendid sponsors, my crew here at King of the Road Productions, all of the great singers, songwriters, and musicians who have been featured on this show, and of course you, the royal viewer. During the next 30 minutes, we'll air Whitey Morgan's Waitin' Round to Die as our magnificent Nashville music clip of the week, sponsored by King's Country Internet Radio at kingscountry.net. Also, country star Jeff Bates will return to this splendid King chair and be back in the Royal Spotlight. But first, we'll climb into King of the Road Productions' new time machine and look in the rear view at the first 9 years of the King of the Road Show HD.
Extra large and turbocharged. It's the King of the Road Show.
Oh, hi, to the guy.
One man has the power to take you behind the scenes. Jim King of the Road.
Jim King of the Road.
We're cruising in the KOTR time machine. First stop, Hardin County Music Fest with Mickey Gilley.
The orchid is a flower that blooms so tenderly to thrill the fairest lady of the land.
1974, I recorded Room Full of Roses for the B-side of a song called She Called Me Baby All Night Long. And the radio station flipped it, started playing the flower song. The next thing I knew, I had a #1 song in the nation.
You still got your show in Branson?
I have a theater in Branson, and this is my last year there. I'm doing selected dates this year, and I'm doing a lot of road work.
You got a couple of really famous cousins, too, Jimmy Swaggart and Jerry Lee Lewis. You keep in touch with those guys?
Don't hold that against me.
You probably know, too, that I have 2 famous cousins I grew up with, right? Jerry Lee Lewis in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and, of course, Reverend Jimmy Swaggart. Don't hold that against me. But in 1957, when I made my first recording in the music industry, I had tried to follow my cousin Jerry Lee Lewis into this music scene. He had a whole lot of shaking at the time. He came into Houston. He was traveling with Johnny Cash and Sonny James. I get to run around with him. I was working for $1.25 an hour. So I tried to follow my cousin Jerry Lee into the music industry. I made a big mistake. I should have followed Reverend Swaggart. He made more money than me and Jerry Lee Lewis put together. Tax-free.
Time traveling to 2014 with Richard Petty.
Think about NASCAR, and at #1, you think of you, the Petty family, and then Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his dad, who's deceased now. But great thing you're doing here for your grandson and his memory, Adam. Of course, you were involved with NASCAR for so many years. With the technology today, has it become a safer sport? Because it is a dangerous sport, but has it become safer today?
It's a lot safer from that standpoint. I don't know, racing's any better. You know, the speeds are relevant in a race. It's how close each vehicle runs close together. So sometimes we have good races, sometimes we don't, but that's always been that way. But the big changes in NASCAR since we come along 1949, 1950 when it started is the technology. And so almost like space capsules now, they get in them. And they're not 100% safe, nothing ever will be, but they're 50% safer than it was when I drove.
And they're faster than ever now.
Oh yeah, they keep picking that speed up, and every once in a while we just have to go in and slow them down so that they don't go so fast.
Like I told you before, I love that hat, man.
You're looking good. You're a stay out of the wind, okay? See you guys.
We are celebrating the 9th anniversary of the King of the Road Show HD. Southeast Texas style. Next, we'll climb back in KOTR's time machine for another gaze in the rear view at 9 splendid years. Later, country star Jeff Bates will be back in the Royal Spotlight.
Hey, I'm Jeff Bates, and I'm hanging out with my buddy Jim King. Came to stop by his house here to do a few songs off a new CD and some otherwise ridiculous stuff off the new Me and Conway CD.
Also still to come, we'll air Whitey Morgan's Waitin' Round to Die as our magnificent Nashville Music Clip of the Week, sponsored by King's Country Internet Radio at kingscountry.net. Man, how time flies when you're having a royal time. It's the 9th anniversary of the King of the Road Show HD.